once again to the happy hour of Keystone Advisors. I'm glad that you're back with us. My name is Rudy Rincon, your broker sales manager and the proud host of the podcast Happy Hour at Keystone Advisors. And today, like I always bring you an ideas of how to share that daily activities of our regular agents, persons in the industry, but out of the hour of the office, kind of like in a more, relaxed conversation. So that's what we call it happy hour. So today we're going to talk to one of the guys that I have in my team that I'm proud to have in my team that it's doing it. It's like we said, not only walking the walk, but also he can talk the talk. So I'm happy to introduce my friend and my agent principal, Travis Weeks. Travis, thank you for being here with us.
Man, I'm excited to be here. I don't usually do these kind of things.
I know, man.
Stuff, so it'll be new for me.
I'm glad that you accepted. I mean, I remember when I invited you, I was like, I don't do this thing. But I told you it would be fun. So
it is. I try to stay on the, let the agents have the spotlights and stuff like that. So I stay behind the
And
scene.
because I promise you there will be fun, I told you this is a happy hour setting. So salute, my friend, and welcome to your best happy hour. So Travis asked me if I'm I'm in the mixology, and I said no. I just put two things together, but he likes it. You liked it, right?
It's good for me.
All
right. I don't usually do this till Wednesdays, but we're taking an early Tuesday.
We're taking a little early. That way we can start and we can do this thing rolling. So again, in Keystone Advisor, we're so proud to recognize those individuals that are doing an excellent job, and I'm proud to say that Travis is one of those individuals. He really not only has an established agency, but also take care of his group. It's always in the lookout for what they need, and that's why I invited him to this podcast. So before we get into that, Travis, I would like for the people to know, what was it that, first of all, how long have you been an agent? First an agent and then an agency owner.
So I've been an agent for about 20 years.
Oh, wow.
I started, Banker's Life brought me into the insurance business, and I learned way back there 20 years ago that sales is a bit tougher in Medicare because those people like to talk, and I wasn't ready for that and stuff. So I had to grow myself. So after Bankers, I learned P&C market, came back to the health and life after that and learned the individual market. Awesome. And then I moved into the group market, and I spent about 10 years helping grow some agencies and stuff. And with that, I've just learned so much in depth of how to treat agents and what they're really looking for and stuff. That's awesome. So for the last 3 years now, I've been growing this. I left my last agency, and the agents I was working with wanted me to start one.
There you go. I mean, so, I have no doubt. I have no doubt.
So that's how I got started. And easy, it's not.
It's not.
It's not easy, but I can't think of a better profession.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way, because I have the pleasure to work with you, and I can second that statement that you say, that, I mean, you are really in the lookout for what your agents need in order for them to do better in this business. And that's of course, as for me as a broker manager, it's something that I love to see, because it makes my work a lot easier. I mean, you and I can sit down, me as your broker manager and you as the principal, to really put together initiatives and ideas that it will be passed on to the team, and the team will have the opportunity to execute. Come back with the resolutions and with their outcomes, and we can study what's happening and change whatever needs to be changed and correct or actually multiply those things are actually happening. So it's it's a nice way for me to keep doing my job because I have the opportunity to talk to a leader that will be able to look out for the group, not only for their personal interest but also for the agency and overall. So that's one of the main reasons why I said, I know that he probably will not like the idea, but I wanted to have him on the podcast because I wanted to show to the rest of the team of Keystone Advisors, and of course for those listeners out there that are visiting the YouTube channel and these podcasts, that when you have that passion, it's not an easy path, but it has their reward. So I see how you get the satisfaction when the team is achieving what you're looking for and what you kind of like put together. And I also enjoy those moments with you as your broker manager. I wanted to ask you, what was, I mean, you just mentioned that you were working in an agency and all of a sudden the agency you're working with said, hey, do your own agency, we'll go with you. So that's how your group started. I mean, for those,
absolutely. That's absolutely. So I've spent years helping people develop plans with an agency and training and stuff like that. So I was actually, when you work for an agency, sometimes you get burnt out and stuff like that. Yeah. And I was looking for a new challenge, but I had so many different agents I worked with. They were like, if you do this, we'll follow you. We believe in what you can do for us and how you can help us and stuff. And the big thing about any growing an agency is, are you putting their needs ahead of yourself?
Right.
I'm not by any means a master at ACA or Medicare or, stuff. I spent the last 10 in group. I'm a much better at group than I am these two, but I do know it because I spend a lot of time reading and, spending my time. But ultimately it's because the agents say, I need this.
Yes.
I need you to help me find my way. And I think that's what a lot of agents are looking for, is somebody who can direct them and they just get lost. It's too easy to sit at home and watch, I don't know, Dr. Phil on TV or whatever and stuff when you don't work for yourself, that they do need somebody out there to help direct them.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, it's been a pleasure working with you because that's exactly what I care about too.
Sure.
Just to make sure that we can put an initiative together, and me as a broker manager here at Keystone can establish that business module, that business plan that we identify that could work for a specific agent. And that's one of the things that I liked about your group, that not only you have a diversity group of agents, but also they have their different angles. And you as a leader, as a principal, are doing the homework that you need to do to make sure that you don't burn one of the agents, put it in the wrong place, or asking them to do something that might not be their comfort zone. But at the same time, one of the things that I really liked is that you don't sugarcoat it, you don't babysit. And that's one of the problems that I had actually when I started, though. When I started as a broker manager, I tried to hold the hands of an agent. That way they can like me and say like, oh, Rudy is so good, and all of a sudden, at the end, I got my kick and you know where, because, they were really expecting that all along the way. And I like that you're very clear with your team. You're telling them that you will be there to support them and do the fight that is needed for you, but they still owning their own business.
Sure.
They're independent agents, and they need to hold themselves accountable. And that's why I applaud that from you, because by having that clear and that conversation first is when you don't create mistakes like, oh, I thought you were going to do it for me.
The thing about insurance is that it's so rewarding in the end. There's so much money in this business and stuff like that to be earned, but sitting at home is not helping you earn it.
Of course.
And, I will put in as much time and energy for an agent as they put in for themselves.
Correct.
I will give them the ultimate, but I also make sure there's checks and balances with other team members on our team and stuff, and making sure things are just cohesive and stuff. But it's also our partnerships with like Keystone, with Yo. I mean,
Thank you.
we can come to you and say, Rudy, this is what we want to do. I need help with this. That way it's not all on me to build, but at the same time, it's not all on y'all, and it's also on the agents. So with the three pieces put together, we form a much better strategic plan. And again, you're right. I don't ever want to say you're a Medicare agent. I don't care what else you want to do. You're Medicare. I'm open to everything.
Yeah.
We handle every aspect, including PNC, because you should never tell a client no.
Exactly.
Ever. Yeah. There's that's how we gain. The more you help your client, the better it is for them, the retention.
Of course.
And then they're yours. And the referrals.
And that's something that you actually taught me because you were asking me the other day, hey, I have a client that needs this kind of product. And of course, because I was concentrated with, my main Medicare and ACA, I was actually, I paused for a couple of seconds like, yeah, hold on. I mean, I know that Keystone has a holistic portfolio that they can provide to all the needs. And that second, because of you requested it, we went back to our line of products. And yeah, we're able to align you with that particular product for that particular needs for your client. And, we close that circle that we're able to empower that one of our agents with the tools and the products that their clients might need to either cross-sell or to do a retention or actually to embrace some of the other family members that were part of the equation. So I wanted to thank you for that.
It's great that you guys have those kind of products too, because again, as an agent, you're thinking that one thing, you're in visiting your client, and it's, I'm here for ACA or Medicare, and then they talk about how they're traveling.
Correct.
Well, once you're outside the U.S., how does that insurance help you? Well, luckily, per our conversation, you guys have that product here, and we were able to start. Now, all my agents are starting to talk to their agents, because who doesn't want to travel? And, we're close to the border here that people want to go into Mexico and stuff like that. Well, you guys have that product there for travel.
Yeah.
I was like, what a great product. And if we can offer it and help our people understand, that's just one more aspect to help and take care of the population.
Well, and we do it together, like you said.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
when the three pieces are cohesive and holding themselves accountable, we will make sure that we utilize the right resources for the better outcome for our clients. So I'm glad
it takes
that's
an
happening.
army.
Yeah, and that takes me to a point that I wanted to ask you. So. And that happens here in the Houston metro area, but all of a sudden you have a great team at the Rio Grande Valley.
Sure.
So, how that happened. I mean, you just, took your car one day and went over there.
No.
Okay, tell me a little bit of that.
So the thing about it is like I said, I've helped people throughout with group and stuff like that. So I get calls from people.
Okay.
Hey, can you help me with this? Can you? I'm like, sure. I've helped people that aren't even contracted with them. I'm like, just help. But then they join the
Of course.
team
Organically.
because, right,
Yeah.
because it's, you can do that and you're not going to charge, there's nothing to it. I'm like, no, my job's to help you make money. In the end, we'll all make money.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is it spreads. And then it got to another agent down there. I actually went down to visit one of my GAs and years ago, and she introduced me to another one. And now that one's a GA for us, and she's growing her team and stuff like that. And now I've got other people from Corpus and other stuff that want to join the team for different aspects, reasons,
Awesome.
because it's a one-stop shop.
Awesome.
And I having the relationships of Keystone and stuff like that. And, even one out of Dallas calls me regularly because Keystone's like, hey, you know what? At the time, the broker manager is like, call Travis. He can help you answer that. And they called me and they work with me, and it's grown to the thing where maybe they can start getting more business.
Of course.
And stuff, because sometimes I think we just get caught in the everyday life, and I just want to, we all want to go out and kick the soccer ball with our kids and everything else and do this, but especially when we have the time. But now we're fostering, they're making money, and they're excited.
Yeah.
And they're like, we have a team that backs us, and they can call and talk, and they can come into this great office here.
Oh, thank you.
And, the Valley team comes up to the office, and we have team meetings here, and it's like, everything we could ever want and stuff. Let's just.
Well, and like I
it.
said, I mean, that is my message to everyone out there. Keystone Advisor is a headquarters. We have a facility that our owners and creators, Veronica and Brian Neal, had the vision to put together for all of y'all. They wanted a place that for any part of the state or the nation that you need that support, you can utilize a great facility and call it your own. So this is your office that gives you the capability to have a concierge, a front desk, individuals that will take your appointments and set it up for you, set it up your group of agents for trainings or conference. It's all here at your disposal because you're part of the team. And bringing that aspect to be part of the team. I mean, for those that they don't know that this business, one of the core factors is relationships.
Absolutely.
Exactly what you said. I mean, by creating those relationships without asking for something at first is when you're solidify those relationships that will bring organically the satisfaction and say, hey, I want to work with you and I want to join the team. So guess who's going to go and jump in the car and go to the Valley with you to train those agents and preparing for the new season?
Rudy.
Your boy, your broker manager, Rudy. Yes. So I'm excited because, yes, we're already talking to the team and we're going to put together. I'm already talking to the carriers, and I expressed that I am physically will be there, and they're all excited because we can probably team up. We will team out and do those trainings in person for our group. So, Valley, check it out. Rudy's going over there with my boy Travis.
Oh yeah, we love going to the Valley. It's a whole different experience.
Yeah.
I always tell people, look, if you're tired of your neighborhood, go to a new neighborhood for a little bit because it's six. We're in the same state, but it's like a whole different
totally
area and
totally
mentality, and I love doing that kind of stuff. And we got team in Dallas and stuff like that, and they're even different than Houston and stuff. But it's just this is such a fun life.
Yes,
and to be able to I work a lot of hours, but at the same time, it's so much fun. And in the end, I mean, I couldn't imagine doing another job.
Good, good. Well, like I said, I mean, when you have when you feel that calling and you're able to answer, that's great. But at the same time, like in your group, I noticed that you have those individuals that likes to fly solo,
Sure.
and we support them too.
Absolutely.
So those individuals that say, "Hey, you know what? No, I'm okay, and I'm a top producer, and I like to work on my own and do my own thing." And guess what? We can help those individuals as well.
Absolutely.
In fact, we love those individuals, and we support them as well. Because
Always.
that's what leaders, that's what we do. We make sure that analyze all the different aspects that we can put together for the individuals, because it's an individual doing the progression of the business that they want. Some of them wants to grow and also be sub agencies and have people that they can be also help them out. And those individuals that like to do their own thing, the individual producers, and we can help them as well.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
like, and that's one of the great thing that I like about your team. Your team have that variety that you can see in our industry. You have people from different cultures, different backgrounds, and they're all doing pretty good though. They're doing pretty good.
Always.
And I honestly, I'm 100% sure that not only because they're outstanding professionals, but also because of your leadership. So I wanted to congratulate you,
Oh,
and
thank you.
I'm telling you again publicly in this podcast that it's a pleasure to work with you and continue
It
working with
is.
you, because we have so much expectation for this upcoming year. We are already talking about how we can prepare
Yep.
early. And when I present this to Travis, he was one of the guys who jumped ahead and said, "Yeah, let's do it," because there's nothing wrong to go ahead and prepare early, to be, an early bird. Get up early in the morning and tackle what you need to do, first than the rest. So I'm glad that you like that idea
Yeah.
that with Keystone Initiative, this pre ADP will be make sure that all our agents are ready to sell
Oh,
early, that we can help them to get their certifications early, and take those opportunities for our partners, our carriers, because we'll be ready. We'll be ready to go. So,
oh, and I agree. I think for anyone out there in this business, it doesn't matter. It's are you ready? It's yes, October 15th and stuff like that. Those days that stick in your head of I'll be ready by then.
no way.
No,
You're
no.
too late.
Be ready by the end of July
Absolutely.
because you got to start. It's the relationships already starting to build and stuff with those people. Are you out in the community doing events and stuff? Keystone's been great in helping us do events and getting those programs going for the agents that really want to foster that. But yeah, if we're not already out talking to people, and I always tell people if you're Medicare or ACA, June and July, well, June's a good vacation time.
Yeah.
July, end of June to July, get everything done.
That's it.
Be
That's it.
done. Just start
And
your
with the help of your
education.
FMO, what else you
Yes.
want?
I
Because we're
mean,
going to help you to do that this year.
yes, absolutely. We worked out a plan, and at one point we were going to go. I was taking a Houston team down to the valley, and the valley's like, "No, we'll come up to y'all."
Yes.
I'm like, "Okay," you know. They want to be part, and that's the great thing about Keystone is you guys have put a program together where, one, it takes some stress off of me,
Well, that's what we're
because
here.
yeah, I do spend a lot of time with agents and stuff like that. So having y'all as that, I and I've always said this when I go to meetings. People they ask who I am, and I'm just their secretary. That's it. I am just a glorified secretary helping agents.
I'm glad you
Okay,
put it
and
that
that's
way, my
that's
friend.
what I do. I'm not afraid to mop the floors, vacuum, or anything else. I'm just here to help and make sure these agents can prosper.
Yep. Yeah. And it's great for an FMO to see exactly what we want for those principals, for those leaders to do with our group. So you know that you have my full support.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's because you're doing it. And you are making me look good. So I
Hey.
really appreciate that. And of course, by doing what we are doing, not only we stay in compliance and we do what we need to do, but our agents also grow, and that growth present them with the opportunity to get the rewards that they deserve. So
Sure.
I want to invite you to get to know more about Keystone Advisors. If you are having any difficulty by getting situated in your current environment and you are a licensed agent and would like to have a different perspective, just come and check this out. Please do not hesitate to give yourself that opportunity to go out of your comfort zone, go out of probably the only thing you know, and explore out there other opportunities. We are a vibrant, excited, very diverse
Yes.
team that would like to work with all of those like yourself that are willing to, like I said, not only talk the talk, but walk the walk, because we will support you 100%. And that's why I'm so proud to expose out there my friend Travis Weeks and his agency, AAI, that also I invite you to check it out. I mean, if you're not only directly with Keystone, but if you have an opportunity to meet Travis and you're being part of his team, guess what? We are one whole team, and I
We
invite you to get to know Travis and his team and be part of the Keystone Army, because you won't regret it. We have more things coming up, and Travis, again, thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you for coming out of your comfort zone.
Look, it is my comfort zone that I'm here. So, that's my one of the year thing.
Okay,
Come out
great.
of my comfort zone.
Great.
So,
And like I said, remember, you see it right here at the happy hour of Keystone Advisors. Please stay tuned. Subscribe to our channel. Send us a couple of likes if you want. Please share this link. And again, until the next episode, salute, my friend.
Salute.
And I'll see you in the next.
Absolutely.